What is going on, my fellow vegans? This is Luis Medrano with another episode of the Fit Foodie Podcast. Guys, happy Monday. So glad you're here. This is the place for plant-based foodies that want to lose weight, feel great, and elevate their lives. Guys, in today's live and today's topic is the 5 pillars for your fitness success. These are the things that I preach over and over again, the fundamentals, the basics, which get you to where you need to be and stay there, right? Because forget about this yo-yo mess, right? We don't want to be yo-yoing back and forth with our weight, with our progress. We want to hit our goals, reach your weight loss goal, get to where you want to get, and stay there, and even make further progress from there. Screw all this yo-yo dieting nonsense madness, right? We don't want to do that. These are the 5 pillars that you need to put in place so that you ensure that you meet your fitness goals and stay there. Guys, thanks so much for joining me. Happy Monday. It is Monday, September 9th, 2024. Just got home from a nice day of work teaching students, and I felt good for being a Monday, right? Felt good, felt energized in the classroom, and I'm ready here, ready to deliver and provide value for you guys. So the topic of this show today, this live, is the 5 pillars for your fitness success. Now, what I'm going to share with you guys are not any magic, shiny objects, not anything that's a quote unquote hack, right? Anything that you need to, start doing, and things that you've probably heard that are magical. Like, we don't do that here. We don't do magic. We stick to the basics, the fundamentals, guys, because winners, champions master the basics. They get really good at those things. And these are the 5 things, the 5 basics that you should look into getting really good at if you want your fitness results to stick, right? Like I said, we don't want to be stuck in this yo-yo dieting madness. I did that for years as a vegan. I've been vegan since 2007, and I went through all that, right? All the yo-yo dieting madness and going back and forth, and I'm done with that. I've been done with that, and I'm happy that I found balance in my life with my diet and my lifestyle, with this vegan lifestyle. And I'm here to show you what these 5 things, guys. So without any further delay, let's get right into it, guys. These are the 5 things, the 5 absolute crucial fundamentals that you need to master and get good at in order to have lasting results with your fitness efforts, and just to see positive changes in your body, in your mind, and in your overall fitness success. And if you hear some squeaking noises, that's my wife in the background playing with our pups. It's playtime and they love their toys. So you'll probably hear little squeaking sounds. They love their toys. So let's get right into it, guys. Happy Monday. Hope you're having a great start to your week. Guys, number one, the first pillar of to guarantee your fitness success and lasting results is nutrition, plain and simple. Obviously, guys, nutrition plays a huge role in the way your body looks, in your body composition, meaning the amount of lean muscle that you have and the body fat that you have. And when it comes to nutrition, guys, it's can be complicated with all of the information online and the influencers posting this and don't eat that and try this and this style of vegan. And really, guys, it comes down to let me take a step back, guys. It really, you can be healthy on many diets. Vegan can be healthy, but it could also be unhealthy. You could eat junk food and be a vegan, right? Just because it's vegan doesn't mean it's healthy. But ultimately, it comes down to the 3 basic macronutrients, which are protein, carbohydrates, and fats. Now, when it comes to nutrition, it just means having a balanced approach and balancing those 3 macronutrients in the foods that you eat. Now, as a vegan, it's super easy. If you've been following my page for a while and my episodes for a while now, it's super easy to hit your protein goals, get plenty of protein, and uh, vegan diet is full of carbs, so it's easy to get carbs, and there's plenty of delicious, healthy fat sources as well. So when it comes to nutrition, it really comes down to just balancing those 3 macros in order to see changes in your body, whether you're trying to lose weight, whether you're trying to gain weight, in the form of lean muscle, or if you want to maintain your body because you're happy the way your body looks in the mirror. Nutrition is number one. Now, when I'm talking about these 5 pillars, guys, and we'll get to, I'll talk a little bit more in detail about what I mean, but you essentially want to track these things because it makes it so easy so clear as daylight if you're actually tracking and seeing it. Because if you think you're eating healthy, if you think you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, there's no way to know whether you're going to actually see results, right? So I'll get into the details of tracking, and I've shared this in my stories and on my social media platforms on how I track, and I do this every week, and it allows me to see what I've done well and what I need to work on. So number one is nutrition. Now, when it comes to nutrition, is as far as getting within those macros, I like to kind of give a little window because it's not about being perfect and trying to hit, exactly on the dot. The window that I say is to try to get within 10 grams of your protein and your carbs. So, like, let's say your goal is 150 grams of protein, right? So, anywhere between 140 and 160, you're good. You're gravy, right? And the same thing with your carbs. And then with fat, within 5 grams. So, if let's say your goal was 50 grams of fat a day, you want to aim anywhere from 45 to 55, right? So, that's basically it for nutrition. The second pillar to guarantee your fitness success and see lasting results is training. Training. Now, specifically, I'm talking about resistance training and strength training, guys. And don't get me wrong, there's a lot of ways to train and there's a lot of different things that people enjoy, but ultimately there has to be a strong foundational strength training. And this goes for any sport. I mean, you could be any kind of athlete in many different sports, and I think they would agree that there has to be a fundamental strength program to ensure that muscles are being developed and worked. And then on top of that, of course, we have cardio, but often where people get mixed up is they think they need to do a ton of cardio and then just a lot of running and a treadmill, and they need to be sweating buckets in order to see results. And that's just not the case, right? Unless you are an endurance athlete, you shouldn't be doing a tons of cardio, unless you truly actually enjoy it. But even then, there's got to be a balance, guys. When I'm talking about training as a second pillar, I mean resistance training. And at minimum, 3 times a week, 30 minutes minimum is very doable. That is very doable. That's something that you can't say, I just don't have the time, because you're really not, it's not about not having the time, it's about not prioritizing, right? So the second pillar is your training. And again, I'll show you how I track and why I recommend that you track these things so that you're able to see progress over the long run, right? Over the course of days and weeks and months, right? So second pillar is training, and specifically strength training. Okay. Now, pillar number three. Now, these are not in any specific order of importance, but if I had to give a top priority, I would say this one is huge. The pillar number three is mindset, right? Mindset plays a huge, huge role. Guys, these are all important, but this is a fundamental key, a fundamental pillar to seeing success and lasting result in your fitness efforts. You got to have the mindset in place, right? This begins with your why. So, what is it that you want to accomplish? Why are you trying to reach this weight loss goal or achieve this fitness result, whatever that case may be for you? And what are you doing daily for your mindset? Because mindset is not something you just say, all right, cool, I'm going to accomplish this goal. I'm focused. I can do it. And then you just go and do it. It's something that needs to be practiced every day, something that needs to be done daily. Guys, you shower every day, right? Because you don't want to stink. Showering is a daily thing. If you ask me how often you need to work on your mindset, I say every single day, just like you shower every day, right? You want to smell nice. Your mind needs to be worked on every day. Now, I'll give you a quick rundown of what I recommend and what I like to do, but ultimately it comes down to what works for you. So, as far as mindset, I like to spend at least 20 to 30 minutes in the morning working on my mind and my mindset so that I'm set and ready for the day. And what that consists of for me is I do 15 to 20 minutes of a nice walk. If the weather's nice outside, then I'll get on to go for a walk with my dog. Otherwise, I'll just hop on my treadmill and just do a nice, easy walk for 20 minutes, some kind of movement, right? And then I like to kind of sit in silence, give myself around 10 minutes or so to sit in silence and say my gratitudes, say my affirmations, read a passage or a few passages from the Bible, and then say a prayer. And that's just my how I get my mindset ready for the morning, right? And then I finish with 10 minutes of yoga. some stretches. And when I'm done with that, I'm telling you, my mind is, it's not always perfect. Like I'm ready to rock and roll for the day and kick ass, but sometimes, most of the time, it helps me. My mind gets focused and is ready for the day. So pillar number three is your mindset, guys. You can't skip this because there's gonna be times in the days in your journey where you feel unmotivated. You feel like you don't feel like doing it, but ultimately what's going to carry you over is your mindset and your mind and your mental attitude. So work on your mind. I gave you an idea of what I do. Maybe that can work for you. Meditation is another thing that I include too, every day, a few minutes. So something that you do where you work on your mind every day, and that's mindset, is pillar number three. Okay, moving on, guys. So the last two pillars, and then at the end of this episode, I'm going to just briefly discuss on how I track and how you can track so that you can actually see progress. Do these things, these 5 pillars, and you will reach not only your fitness goal, but you will have those results stick and even grow from there, right? So, pillar number 4 is sleep. Guys, sleep and recovery is huge. Another fundamental. These are not things that are sexy, that are hacks, that think people think they can do once and have a magic pill and just all of a sudden, be burning fat like crazy or be this super fit man or woman. Sleep. Sleep is essential, guys. Now, there's typically a range, I would say anywhere from 6 to 8 plus hours of sleep to ensure that your body is recovering well from your workout. And, not only that, but it's so that you feel well and you feel energized the next day to be able to do your work and perform and to be able to do your workouts and your exercise, right? Personally, my goal is 7 hours a night. So I make sure that I get 7 hours, whatever time I go to bed. Usually I'm in bed anywhere between 9 and 10 p.m. and I'm up between 4 and 5 a.m. And I ensure that I get 7 hours. But whatever works for you, I would say anywhere from 6 to 8. We really can't fool ourselves into saying that I'm fine with 3 hours or 4 hours because you know what? That's not sustainable. You really need to be focusing and giving high priority to your sleep because that's where the growth happens. When you work out, you're tearing your muscles and you're putting strain on your ligaments, your bones, your muscles. You need rest and recovery to be able to grow and be stronger, right? So, sleep is the fourth pillar. I highly recommend at least 7 hours, but anywhere from 6 to 8 seems to be a nice little range that works. So, sleep is pillar number 4. And lastly, pillar number 5, that's going to help you to achieve your fitness goals and see lasting results. The fundamentals. Pillar number 5, guys, is your daily steps. Your daily steps, movement. Essentially, you don't want to be sitting all day and you don't want to be just inactive. And a way to know how active you are during the day is not your workouts, not your strength training and going to the gym, but how many steps you're getting. How much movement are you getting by just walking steps? You're going, walking here, walking there. When I'm in the classroom as a teacher, I am conscious of that. If I catch myself sitting, I get up and I walk around, which I'm already on my feet a lot anyways, but by doing that, it allows me to reach my step goal. Now, a good range to go for is anywhere from like 7,000 plus, minimum 7,000, but I would say if you can hit 10K, 10,000 every day, then you are being active. And that activity is going to allow your body to stay, active and being in that fitness mindset. I say go for 10,000, but if depending on your day, some people get way more than that, but a good 7 to 8,000 minimum would be a good range to start with, depending on your situation. But steps is another pillar. Now, guys, these are the fundamentals, the keys, the things that you should focus on the most to see results that last, right? These are the fundamentals. Guys, winners, champions, master the basics, master the fundamentals. Forget about the hacks. Don't get me wrong. I enjoy cold showers. Like I do that in the morning, but I'm not saying that you have to do cold showers in order to see success, in order to hack your body into burning fat or whatever the case may be. I just like it because it invigorates me in the morning and I feel alive and just energized from taking cold showers. But I'm not going to sit here and tell you that it's a must, that you have to do that, or that you have to do, you know, X amount of stretches every day, or this magical routine that's going to all of a sudden work magic for you. This is not about hacks, guys. This is about the fundamentals and sticking to the basics that are going to get you the results that last. So Stick to these. Now, if you like to do these other things, drink your lemon water in the morning or have your XYZ supplements or do your cold showers or cold plunges or whatever, all these other extra things that you like to do, fine, do them. If they work for you, then do them. I'm not saying don't do any of these, but what I am saying is stick to these 5 pillars, 5 basics. You're going to hear me preaching these over and over again to see results, to see changes in your body, to see the benefits with your body and mind. And let's recap really quick, guys. And then I'm going to share about how I track and how you can track too, right? So, pillar number 1 is nutrition. Huge, 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 right? Aim to get within 10 grams of your protein and carbs and within uh, 5 grams of your fats. Pillar number 1. Pillar number 2 is your training, okay? Specifically strength training at least 3 times a week, 30 minutes minimum, hitting your major muscle groups to make sure you're staying strong, even building muscle depending on your nutrition and what phase you're in. Um, Pillar number 3, big in my opinion, is they're all big, but this one's should be number 1 if we had to rank one, is your mindset, right? Do you have a mindset routine in place? This is something that needs to be worked on daily, not just you do once and then that's it, right? Just like you shower every day, you want to work on your mind every day. So some kind of morning routine that involves setting your mind right, that could be meditation, doing yoga, that could be doing reading the Bible and praying. That could be just walking for 10 to 15 minutes. Anything that's going to get your mind right in the morning and ready for success, that's going to help you big time. Okay, so your mindset. And then pillar number 4 is your sleep and recovery. Cannot neglect that, guys. If you want to see results, you have to focus on getting at least a good solid 7 hours of sleep, anywhere from 6 to 8. I shoot for 7 hours, but sleep is going to help you see the results. You could do all the amazing workouts, but if you're not recovering adequately, guys, you're not going to see positive changes and results in your body and your mind too. So sleep. And then pillar number 4 is steps. Track your steps, guys. I got this little $15, $20 Amazon watch, which I check and tracks my steps every day. Easy, no crazy. I mean, if you have a fancy watch, good, cool, whatever you got works for you. Do it. Track your steps. Go for 10,000 a day, but the minimum 7 to 8,000, just to make sure you're not sitting all day and being inactive. Guys, these are the 5 pillars, the 5 fundamentals to get good at and master. Now, tracking. Let's wrap up this episode and this live here with talking about tracking. You're only going to be able to be successful with these things if you're tracking them and seeing what you're doing well and what you need to work on. Now, if you're listening to this, you won't be able to see this, but if you're watching, I have a simple, basic tracker that I created. You could do it on your phone or hit me up and I'll send you this tracker for free. I'll mail it over to you. I'll email it to you. I just created it on a PowerPoint and a Google slide, and it has everything laid out for me on a weekly basis. So I'm able to track these 5 pillars and see how I did every week. And then I recommend you just put a check mark if you did it or an X if you didn't. I put a 1 if I did it or a 0 if I didn't, and I'm able to see how I'm doing every day. Did I do my nutrition? Did I do my training or active rest that day? Did I do my mindset routine? Did I sleep 7 hours? Did I do 10,000 steps? And I mark it as a 1 if I did it and a 0 if I didn't. That's it. There's no fancy software, no fancy app needed. Just a simple tracker. And that way you can see where you're doing really well at, celebrate your success, and also where you need to work on. Like, just as an example, last week, training, mindset, sleep, and steps, dude, this is the first time I hit every single day with a 1. My nutrition, I wasn't perfect, right? I hit 4 out of 7 days. So there was 3 days when I didn't hit my macronutrient goals. But that allows me to see that, okay, this week, let me put a little more focus on my nutrition so that I can get more 1s and then continue with the momentum that I built in the other areas. Guys, simple tracker. You don't need anything complicated, but I'm telling you guys, if you want fitness success, if you want to reach your fat loss goal, if you want to see your body change for the better and you want to enjoy what you see in the mirror, these are the 5 pillars which I'm going to preach over and over again, which I recommend that you focus on and that you get good at, right? Forget all the other magic pills and shiny objects and hacks and focus on these 5 foundational principles to see lasting success in your fitness. Guys, thank you so much for joining. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Hope you found value in this episode. My name is Luis Medrano, head coach at Vegan Body Goals. This is the Fit Foodie Podcast, the place for plant-based foodies that want to lose weight, feel great, and elevate their lives. Peace, love, enjoy the rest of your week, guys.